Pride of Higara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Hello everyone, this is Captain Soban. Welcome aboard the Starship Normal Prize for another episode of Homeworld Complex EVO campaign. We're playing dev number 47. We are on mission number 2. Okay, so we've just been tasked to try to reduce detectability of the mothership down to 20, so I am working on that. So let's put our engines down to low power. Let us turn off our thermodynamic cells because we actually don't need that. Let's turn off our navigation lights, put ourselves in passive. There we go. We are now down to 19.
Situation here.
So that's cool.
Copy.
So now that we solved that problem, let us go ahead and build ourselves a scavenger and use it around here for our harvesters. And then we're going to we'll probably dock everything into the mothership except for the destroyer and move the mothership up here to the nebula. And we're going to be doing that so we can gather some resources from the nebula. Probably, and also might be a good idea to go over here and check out the Turanic Raider carrier. See if we can talk to it. What's our primary objective? Explore and reach the vessel. And explore the dust clouds and nebula secondary. So we might do that first because our primary objective is to investigate this Turanic Raider carrier from the Keeper battle that happened in the last episode, which was pretty amazing. There's also quite a bit of salvage out here from that giant battle that happened earlier. Thought I saw a couple of harvesters. Ah, they're actually salvaging the debris up here. Okay. So we only have a limited amount of time to actually come in contact with these guys. What do we want to do?
Mothership. New capital ships complete.
See, we do.
Ready for orders.
We still have a decent amount of resources. Yeah, we still have like 15,000 resources out here.
Roger.
But let's reduce the.
At ease.
There we go. Make sure our scavenger stays at very low detectability.
New heading set.
So he can be out here getting all this going.
Reporting.
Ooh.
Mothership.
So our mothership's population is starting to grow rapidly, which is nice. And that's because we are not detected, there are no enemies nearby, we're not under attack, and our health is at 100. So I guess once your detectability goes below 20, you cannot be detected by anything. Cool. Learning new things all the time with this mod. But anyways, let's go ahead and get everything to dock with the mothership.
Dock-con enabled. Docking underway.
Ooh, interesting. Let's take a look at our shields. I think there's one for radiation. Let's see, anti-bullet shield, anti-missile, anti-energy, and anti-everything. Excuse me. I might have to build the radiation subsystem before we actually get anything, if I remember right. Yeah, anti-radiation subsystem. So we don't really need the drive system anymore.
Mothership.
Because we needed that for the last mission to get to the breach quickly. Oh wait, we actually just need to get better research going. Because we still have room for one more module. I was going to build a hyperspace module so we can get a shipyard going. Which we could build the shipyard here and keep that area going. That's possible. But let's get everyone docked into the mothership.
Standing by. Dock-con enabled.
Set the not you. Set the mothership to stay docked.
Reporting for duty. Dock-con enabled. Docking underway. Standing by. DocCon enabled.
Docking underway.
Reporting for duty. DocCon enabled.
Okay.
Awaiting orders. DocCon enabled. Reporting.
Destroyer's detectability is 20. I don't know if it really matters for the destroyer, because I think they only want the mothership to keep its detectability low,
Mothership.
I believe. Only thing we haven't turned off is the sensors. But we'll see. Oh, so the last... Okay, so I just learned something about detectability. The more ships you have around, the higher your detectability is for the mothership, or for whatever ship it is.
Awaiting assignment.
Because you should... Let's see, if we put you in passive,
At ease.
it should drop to 20. There we go. Now he's hidden.
Awaiting orders. DocCon enabled. Dock order confirmed.
Strike group stand down.
Mothership.
Hee. I'm glad we can fit a lot into the mothership. So let's get all those going.
Standing by.
Destroyer,
Flight control engaged. Nice to be with you.
follow the mothership. Mothership, let's work on getting our weapons and stuff researched. Actually, let's just work on upgrading the research center so that we can get you a anti-radiation field. As soon as I remember which button it is. We need to get up to a research center, a level 4 to get it.
Available.
And then we can approach this area and then use that anti-radiation field to protect the mothership from the radiation of the nebula. Okay. Everyone's waiting patiently to dock into the mothership. And then probably when we get up there, we'll build a shipyard and then put the anti-radiation field on the shipyard so it can stay there, and then we'll move the mothership into this area. Or something will happen. Did we wait too long? And the last commander, the Turanic Raiders. Our people have been killed by an evil force. Need help or surrender is unconstitutional. I ask you to stop attack. It will be lethal. Deactivate your weapons. We are defeated. We just need some resources, repair the vessel, and make a hyperspace jump to get out of the area. Well, you already hyperspaced away. So I'm assuming I was supposed to go in to help him.
Captain, the Turanic Raiders massed their entire fleet to try and repel the Keepers. They knew they were coming, they knew they had no choice, but it was ultimately futile, and their entire population has been killed.
Well, that's a problem.
We believe this vessel is all that remains of the Turanic race. It is a difficult choice. The vessel has many secrets that will be invaluable to us, but should we extinguish the last lives of an ancient culture? The choice is yours, Captain. Open fire, or reverse course.
Well, it kind of jumped away, so I don't think I can do anything about it. I didn't know there was a time limit.
There's nothing left out here.
So what happens now?
Here. Ready.
Mothership.
Receiving.
Oh, cool. We actually harvested everything.
Copy.
Alright, you guys dock into the scavenger. Stay docked.
Mothership.
Copy.
I guess for the time being we can move the destroyer up here. Oh wait, no, it wants us to explore the nebula. And the nebula has a lot of radiation.
Mothership.
So mothership, let's go ahead and move you over here.
Mothership underway.
Acknowledged.
Scavenger, you get over here.
On our way.
Reporting.
Destroyer, yep, you follow the mothership. Okay. Cool. Now let's continue getting some research going. Some weapon upgrades.
New upgrades available. Upgrade complete.
Movement.
New upgrades available. Upgrade complete. New upgrades available. Upgrade complete. New upgrades available. Mothership.
And where
Upgrade
are
complete.
we?
New upgrades available.
Yeah, we still need 3 more levels to go.
Mothership.
So I'm probably going to focus on upgrading our research so that we can get all that going. Are you still hidden? Yes, it looks... Nope, you're not hidden anymore. I think it's because it's moving.
Research complete.
Oh well. Go up here and gather all these resources. So that was weird. That one was apparently on a timer, and I didn't know that we actually had to go straight to it. Again, this series, we're going to be learning a lot because this is the first time that I have actually played this series. So, this mission, I should say. So I'm going to be learning as I play. So it's going to be, you know, try not to yell at me too much if I don't do something that, you know, you guys are used to doing.
Mothership.
I think they only care if the mothership has high detectability. They don't really care if the scavenger or whatnot has high detectability.
Research complete.
Okay, let's get rocket technology. Actually, let's focus on upgrades that only cost 1,000, so we can get more of these knocked out. Defense field, nah. Let's get hull for our Corvette class ships and hull for our frigate class ships.
Upgrade complete. New upgrades available.
And then we have to wait till we get more money.
New upgrades available.
So I wonder if what actually happened was the fact that the Turanic Raider carrier probably healed itself up to a certain point, and then it triggered the entire event going through. Because, yeah, I'm not too sure what to think about that. But it's interesting how they gave us an option to save the Turanic Raider carrier or just flat out destroy it and be evil. I would have saved it, obviously, because that's the type of person I am. But yeah. Very interesting. But we're almost here to the whole wreck site where all the Turanic Raider carriers died.
Reporting.
And let us go ahead. Move you here. And launch all of your harvesters. And we'll start getting some of this going. And what I'm planning on doing is using this time to up our research. I get some more research and whatnot going, so we can up our research points and then get up to research level 4, which we need 700 research for. Gonna be a bit.
Reporting for duty.
So that we can get the radiation protection
Selection confirmed.
for the mothership. Hopefully there is enough resources here. There's 19,000, that's not a whole lot. Hopefully there's more over here in the nebula. But our population is still growing pretty quickly since the mothership is no longer detected. So hopefully that will start actually giving us a decent amount of income. But we're going to have a long time before we actually reach this destination. So yeah. Alrighty, so I'm going to actually try something new. It's going to take a long time for the mothership to actually get there, so I think what I'm going to do is build a carrier, and it's also going to take a lot of resources to get our research up to where it's supposed to be in order to build the radiation module for the mothership. But I think if I can launch a couple of these, because we have a bunch of these support modules built into the mothership, launch like 2 of these into a carrier and then move the carrier out here, we might be able to actually explore this and get the game or get the mission going a little bit faster. Because I'm harvesting up here by these guys, and there isn't a whole lot of resources, not as much as I thought there would be, and it's going to take a long time because each one of our research costs like 1,000 or 2,000 RUs, so it's going to take a long time to get our research points up to where we need for the radiation stuff. So, with that in mind, And it's also going to take a long time for this to grow too, because eventually the population will grow up to a point where we can use it as a source of income, but it's not there yet. Because every tick we're getting 36 RUs, and that's going to take literally ages to generate as many RUs as we need to get our research done. So we are going to use the rest of our resources to build ourselves a carrier. And then I'm gonna launch a couple of these support units and dock them into the carrier to keep it alive inside the nebula, because the nebula does do damage. I don't think it actually does a ton of damage. I think it was like 10 that it was doing to the probe, but hopefully with those things on, it should be enough to keep it alive. If not, we can bring it back and put a couple more in. In fact, we might just split it. I might put 4 of them into the carrier just to be safe, because you can always overcompensate. There's no issues with that. You just can't undercompensate, because that's when issues start arising. But to show you all the research we got done, I did a couple of these. We got the scout ability. I was basically researching whatever was cheapest. So some of our some of our corvettes have gotten a little bit better. Some of our frigates have gotten better, and whatnot and whatnot. So yeah. Pretty cool. Alrighty, our carrier is now complete. Let's go ahead and head back to the mothership. Tell the mothership to launch. Let's go with 4 of these. Make sure that doesn't affect our power level too much. Yeah, it's not really affecting it at all.
We're under fire. Roger.
Okay, let's put the carrier in evasive and passive to reduce its detectability.
Roger. Docking with carrier. Docking with carrier. Copy.
Carrier, you keep your things launched, or docked, I should say.
Receiving.
Let's get all these into the carrier.
Docking with carrier.
And we just got the last amount of resources that were
There's nothing left.
that came here from the battle between the Turanic Raiders and carriers, or Turanic Raiders and keepers. So
Ready for orders.
let's go ahead,
Docking underway.
dock all of you guys into the scavenger. We'll move the scavenger back down here toward the mothership.
Standing by.
You dock into the carrier.
Docking with carrier. Standing by.
Carrier,
Destination.
you move
locked.
here. Let these guys dock into you.
You are clear to dock.
And
Mothership.
we can go ahead and go towards the mothership, find our drive system. Let's go ahead and retire that. And we'll build it on the carrier. I might build that and the harvest control module.
Still that container block. Receiving.
Okay, that's number 3. Where is the 4th one? Unless it's already been docked and it just hasn't showed up on the list yet. Nope, it's over here. It's on its way. Okay. We can expand our RU supply now, since we have a carrier. The carrier is currently hidden, so it is undetected. Look how slow the mothership's moving.
Mothership.
What are you moving at? You gotta be super slow without that drive system. 13 meters per second. Wow.
New upgrades available.
That is slow.
System manufactured. Responding.
Okay, so carrier, I want you to go ahead and start moving to this object, because that is our next objective.
Responding.
And Scavenger, you get back over here by the mothership.
Roger.
Let's go, go, go! Now there is a possibility I might take a couple of those out of the mothership and put them into the scavenger too, to get it going. But we'll make this a forward post, and we'll just keep the scavenger with the mothership for now. Alrighty, the carrier has now officially entered the nebula. It is taking damage from the radiation. It's actually not taking a whole lot of damage, and the things built inside it are keeping it healed all the way. Cool. So we don't have to worry about the carrier dying. Sweet. The mothership is still slowly making its way there. It's going to be a long time before the mothership actually makes it there. Scavenger.
Confirmed.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell to guard the mothership, so it will follow it.
Ready.
And we're actually taking a lot less damage than I was expecting. So we'll see how much radiation, like what level of radiation this nebula has, and I might just take a couple more of those support units out of the mothership and put it into the scavenger and bring it up here. You'll also see how many resources we have available here too.
Entering hyperspace inhibitor field.
Entering hyperspace inhibitor field. Oh, that's interesting. So there is something interesting here. I know we saw a quick glimpse of it, but the probe died before it got too close to the thing. So we'll see what's going on here. We may have to bail if there's something hostile here that we have to worry about. Nope. I see resources. Okay. Those are the ones that we saw with the probe earlier. We weren't really able to do anything with.
Roger.
I don't know if there's actually like radiation here in the middle. Let's go check it out real quick.
Destination locked in.
Oh yeah, there is. It's gonna be difficult to harvest this area then without a radiation field. I mean, we just have to keep a close eye on our harvesters.
Destination locked in.
There's a possibility my mission might be broken. Unless I actually have to harvest from these areas to trigger it. That's a possibility. In that case,
Mothership.
Mr. Scavenger,
Mothership.
let's go ahead and grab one of these from the mothership. And get you going. Now it does seem like the detectability hasn't really been affecting like our scavengers and whatnot, so there's a possibility I might build some fusion control modules so we can generate more RUs. Or we're just going to wait until the population grows. Because we get this many resources every time it takes over, and once that gets to a certain point, we'll start getting a good amount of resources. But right now it's not really contributing to anything. But let's go, Mr. Support Module. Let's get you docked in.
We've got the light. Receiving.
Alrighty. And now, Scavenger, you get over here.
Set.
We'll launch all of our harvesters and start harvesting in that area. Alrighty, the Scavenger has made it. I'm actually going to do a quick test real quick. I'm launching one of our harvesters and I'm going to get him to harvest and see how much damage he takes.
Roger. Resources.
See if it's actually plausible to do this. Ooh, yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. boy.
Acknowledged.
So we're gonna definitely need a harvest control module
Alright, let's heat it up in here.
so we can speed this up.
Standing by.
And we're gonna have to do this one at a time. And then we're gonna also need to upgrade the hull of our utility class a couple more times. At least until we get the radiation thing going. Ooh boy. But let's see what triggers when we actually get this harvested going, because I think that's what I'm supposed to do for my objective, is harvest in the nebula.
Acknowledged.
We almost got a full load.
New upgrades available.
Subsystem built and ready for operation.
Yeah.
Dock-con enabled.
Quickly, Doc,
Dock-con enabled.
before you die.
Docking signal green.
Woohoo. We got the RUs. Cool. So it is possible, but it is definitely dangerous. Now we can also, well, we could get the excavation upgrade, but we've already got a couple. So let's upgrade our hull. And
Upgrade complete. New upgrades available.
maybe upgrading our speed wouldn't be a bad idea. There you are.
Resources locked
Go
in.
harvest. I think I actually broke the campaign because I think I was supposed to interact with the Turanic Raiders before they hyperspaced away, and I didn't. So I think it's actually broken right now. So we might mess around with this a little bit more, and then we probably might end this episode here, and then we will return when we talk to the Turanic Raiders. Maybe. I actually don't know how long this episode is because I've been cutting a lot out. Oh. Never mind. If they dock normally, they get their health back. Okay.
Receiving.
So yeah, this should work fine then. I forgot about that feature because that's only in Homeworld 1. Cool. So yeah, they should be able to survive and they should be able to get a good amount of resources. But I believe the objective system is broken at the moment because I think I was supposed to interact with the Turanic Raiders before they hyperspaced away. But since they repaired themselves to the point where they could hyperspace, the next part of the event of the campaign hasn't been activated because it's still waiting for me to make that choice. Yay. I love it when campaigns do this. But it does look like we can harvest here no problem. There's actually 5 because once they dock in, they'll get themselves automatically healed, which is cool. Kind of glad they did that. I thought I would have to wait to get the anti-radiation field to get this going. So probably what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to where when the Keepers and Turanic Raiders first fought, and then we're going to try to interact with that. But we're gonna do that in the next episode because I actually don't know how long this episode is because I'm gonna be cutting a lot out, and a lot of it is just learning. I learned that these ships will actually get healed when they docked into the scavenger or whatever. So that's cool. Oh please, don't be waiting on them. And it's probably, I think it's with all docking areas. If you dock with the carrier, you should get healed too. Yep. Cool. Cool. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. We're going to go back to when the Keepers and Turanic Raiders killed each other, because I think I saved it right after that. And then I brought the Scavenger up here to gather the resources. And then we're going to interact with the Turanic Raider and figure out what happens next. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this so far. Again, like I said, this is the first time I've done this campaign, so there's a lot of stuff we're going to be learning together. Hope you guys are enjoying the journey. And if you guys like what I do, consider subscribing. If you Like this video, leave a like. I did this outro all completely backwards. And if you, yeah, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Until then, this is Captain Soban signing out.
The Baker have arrived. Emergency hyperspace procedures initiated. The mothership must survive.